With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dickerson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Dickerson. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Hall of Famer, Too Tall Jones there on the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
On second down now, it's Sanders. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 14-yard line. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment. But the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
On first down, Dickerson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 65 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. On second down now, Dickerson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. And this is going to be intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter break.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3, Jets 0.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cunningham. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
It's a second down run with Sanders. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to Sanders on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.